Hello and welcome to the Giant Kings. We're taking our very first look at the brand new expansion for Age of Wonders today. I am diving in. It is the first game I have played on this build. It's all new-ish to me, though I know a little bit about it from all the dev diaries. Let's start off right at the top. We got new rewards. We've got a handful of new rewards cooking in here. We're being brought this, by the way, I do have to disclose this. I am actually being sponsored by Paradox today to show this game off. I love Age of Wonders. I've played it a whole bunch, but technically today I am being sponsored by Paradox. They have decided to give me money to play the game, which is crazy, but I'm extremely grateful. So let me get that out of the way before we get in. And let's unlock these things. I've been waiting weeks to unlock these so I could do it on stream. We get the new Cavern Bear mount. We got a couple of new banners, Rock and Storm. We have the Magmamancer Magma Orb to start with, a fancy new orb that lights things on fire and casts rampant fire. We have the Fire Clan banner and the Frost Clan banner. We have the Gold Seekers pickaxe and shield, which is, as you can imagine, a giant pickaxe that we get to dig with. We're going to pick that up. We're going to pick up the Giant Hunter's Spear, giving you everything you want here. Good giant hunting. We got the Titan's Great Bow. Fires ranged projectiles in a combo and pushes the target back on the third hit. Very cool. We have the Crystal Runner mount optimization. We have the Litharine Orb, which is a new summoning orb. I really like this. Units summoned by this unit gain volatile summon. So when it dies, it basically explodes. Really, really curious about this on a build. The only unfortunate thing about all these weapons, including the Shatter Blades, you can't use them on Giant Kings. They're for only like Champions and Wizard Kings. So we got all this new cool stuff, all these new weapons, but I can't show these ones off in this build today. And finally, the Subterranean Society for our faction. The special little treat. I got 1 point left over. Let's just grab another banner. I'm 1 point short, so obviously we got to do a campaign. What are we doing? What are we doing? Well,
choose your destination.
We're going to start up. I have built a custom realm. Very simple, very random for the most part. I'll let you see it all. I think they've added in a bunch of extra slots here, which is fun. We've turned off Presence Traits. I've added into the new Giant King stuff, Legends of Meridia. So there's faded regions presence on the map. This replaces things like the Happenings and the Toll of Seasons, the Fey invasions. And there's also a Crystal Dwelling, which is a special shop on the map somewhere that allows you to, sort of like the old Eldritch shops, allow you to make packs and do different things. We're playing very large on 9 because I want to go big. We're playing on Brutal. We've turned Score off. Score off. Everything else is on. Everything else is pretty normal. Some of this didn't save entirely. That's okay. We have everybody turned on here. There are new options here. So you can say you only want different races to spawn or different cultures to spawn on the map. You can also change how often people show up. I've actually set Eldritch here to rare because I feel like they should be a little bit rare, but normally they're all on normal. Champions and Wizard Kings are on frequent. Everyone else here is on brutal. We're allowing all the ruler types because, you know, why not?
Your journey starts here.
Can you also set the difficulty from you'll always win from the AI? Not quite. Not quite. We're going to start ourselves off. Brand new faction here. I'm going to go for our plan today, to get into it, is that we are going to be playing as a dwarven rock giant faction who is focused on smithing. We are, well, the rock giant kind of feels like maybe the least interesting perhaps of all the giants. It has some really cool stuff, and in particular I really want to go for the Materium books, and I really want to show off the new dungeons, the underground dungeon traits. And I felt like a giant smith leading a bunch of dwarven geomancers would be a really cool, fitting, appropriate choice for that. So I'm going to take underground adaptation, Adoy. For the most part, we're going to be using all golem and elemental units, except for a couple of wizards that we're going to be getting later on in the pack. So we're going to pick up, not keen-sighted, arcane focus, magic attacks deal 15% damage. And then I would often pick up quick reflexes so they're harder to hit if we know they're all going to be ranged characters. But I figured dwarves should be resilient. Let's give them status resistance. I don't want to min-max the build like too much.
What is their origin culture?
The new feudal origins. We now have monarchy. We have aristocracy as well. Aristocracy's got some really, really cool stuff. I cannot wait to show this off, but I'm going to have to do it in the next video. The next build we do, because this one, it's got to be a monarch. It's this giant smith king. It just feels right. I want the Materium point. I don't really want nature. I don't want to feel like there's a bunch of dwarves running cities. I want it to feel like there was a giant running these cities and the dwarves work for him, work with him. So we're going to pick up that. We're going to pick up the brand new Subterranean Society. Underground passages grant +2 Imperium. Underground cities gain 20% food. Excavation of underground provinces is a chance of uncovering additional resource nodes. And we start with excavation. And I figure if we're going underground, all the best wonders are underground. So let's take Wonder Architect. It just feels right.
Choose your first tome.
For our first book, there are no new tier 1 books to take. There's a real good argument to be made for the Tome of Evolution, especially because with the new bonuses to feudal and the new feudal evolution trees on their units, evolution is really good for them. But I want access, I believe, to copper golems is what I decided to go with to start ourselves off. Let me double check and make sure. Tome of Enchantment. Yeah, so we're going to have some copper golems right away. We're going to take Tome of Enchantment. We're going to go into the Tome of Rock after that. We're going to be doing a mostly Imperium build because mostly Materium build because most of the new stuff is all Materium based. So let's make a Giant King. Let's make a big Giant King. Elusive does not work on the new units? Curious. Don't think the evolve skills apply to the feudal units? I think they do. I mean, I thought they had evolution traits, but maybe you're right. You know what? I can check this. We can check it right now. You're right. They don't. They have aspirant, not evolve. Oh. Clever. Promotion Liege Guard. Interesting. Good call. Let's start us a giant. A rock giant. The capital city starts with an item forge. We have the Summon Rock Rune Steel, which allows us to create stalagmites or mountains, which is kind of wild to me. Provinces with mountains and stalagmites gain +3 production. Giant Kings are Giant King governors. And Giant Kings have a +5 mana unit upkeep and cannot equip mount items.
Reveal yourself.
Big boys. Look how tiny these dwarfs are next to this big boy. Big boys, big ladies. We're going to play as Big Boy Smith. We're going to be big. But maybe we're also kind of short. We are working with a bunch of dwarves. Short arms, big hands. Some of the skin decoration stuff looks really cool. And in fact, there is one I specifically want. I think it's this one. Yeah. Because it adds in iron rivets to their head and to their legs and arms. So it looks kind of like they've been pieced together. They're like crackling with raw energy and it's splitting their form. I really like the look of this one. Let's start at the base here with the head. We got lots of cool new heads. A bunch of these have different variations. Some of these have different variations depending on like if you're a storm giant versus a rock giant versus a fire giant. There is a part of me that really likes this guy. He's got this tiny little crown. And if he's going to be our monarch, I kind of want him to have this tiny little crown. We could make him have a big head. Absolutely. I think we're going to play with that. We're going to give him, I want him to have some yellow eyes to match all this kind of rock giant energy that he's got going on, splitting from the seams here. For an outfit, there's a lot of really cool outfits. Some festive ones if you want to be a party giant. This one, if you want to look like, you know, if you're a nature giant who's splitting at the seams with mushrooms and mud. This is the fat giant if you want to just be extra big. There's a full set of armor, which is pretty classic. A full set of bones if you want to be a bone daddy. This one's really cool. You're sort of hollow, but depending on what giant element you are, also you get to see inside of them. But because we're playing as this smith, we're going to take the smithing apron. We're going to take the smithing apron. We got this big hammer. We got big smith energy. We need a cape to go with it. Show you guys off all the options. Because how could I not? How could I deny you? And I think I'm going to go with this guy. I like the chains on the cape. Coming down the front here as well. We might need to make our legs a little bit bigger so that this doesn't drag on the ground. But I feel like this guy's got the energy I want. He's got the vibe. Fur cape, super cool. Maybe not that great at a forge, though. Yeah, but, you know, he's still a king, right? He's a forge king. And he's mostly naked outside of wearing this tiny little apron, so... Rule of cool, exactly. So, we need some armor color. I feel like a classic steel might be the way to go for these guys. We do need to fix his actual color, which I think we might just go with like a muddied brown. Sort of feels the vibe. Some of the new construct units that we're going to be playing with are very mud-based. They're very muddy looking. So why don't we give him like a gray beard with some mud in it? Yeah. He's a dirty boy. He's filthy. I like what we got going on here. This feels like a nice look. I might darken his skin tone up a bit too. Just like that. Yeah, he's a rock giant. He's part of the earth. The idea is that we'll be taking a bunch of geomancy. So he's splitting with geomantic energies. He's using those to create all sorts of constructs, be them golems or other things. And we will need a little emblem here for him. A couple new Giant King emblems. Not a ton. Oh, the Materium has a lot, though. Crystal's foot. Monkey. Why is monkey under Materium? The hammer? You know what? I might just go with this, the classic hammer here. I missed my expanded color mod. Let's do it. I'm okay with that. Take a look at the race. Let's build them in effectively the same way. So short arms, big hands, medium legs, and then, okay, so they changed the slider on the heads. And now you can make the most ridiculous looking dwarves. This is one of my favorite things from the patch notes. I can't tell if I like them big. I can't tell if I like the GoldenEye big head mode or if I like them just being like, oh, we're huge guys, but tiny little heads. I have yet to decide. I will certainly take some feedback in the chat. We'll give them some tan. Oh, body shape as well. Cool. No way. I can make tall dwarves? Oh, that's so weird. And voice override as well. This is new, so you can plug in different voices for them. Definitely, they've got to be chunky. Medium heads always look good. Cursed dwarves. Give them some of that steel armor. Some of that dark here. I don't think they need any skin decoration. want to give him these horses. These are the new horses. They're really shiny, though. They maybe are a little too shiny for us. I don't know who would be using that. What about the new one? These guys, cave bears. They look like badgers. They look like they're just riding giant badgers. Let's go with these. They're perfect. I think they're little angels. Long-legged dwarves are cool. Is the body shape applied before or after sliders? Before. These are so cursed. Oh my god. I can't do that. I can't. It's impossible. They have this body shape. So the question is just, do we make them have big heads or tiny heads? Oh. I might have to go big heads. I might have to go big heads. Big heads for the big king. Big heads? All right. All right. I think we're good. We got the Warhammer. There are a couple of cool new equipments. There's a bone Warhammer. You've probably seen the giant obelisks that they get to carry around if they're a mage. Or the bone obelisks. There is also double-handed axes. And double-handed bone axe. But I figure he's a smith, right? The single-handed Warhammer. I don't know how a defender without a shield is going to work. I'm kind of curious to this. But I'm excited to figure it out.
Your journey begins.
We are going to be called Cassius. Last name, Clay. It's going to make sense. It's going to make sense. We're going to be the Mudmen. I don't have a Throne City name. And Mineral Master, Mountain Mistress. I feel like Smith Warden, maybe? Mud Home or Forge Home. We could just call it like Dirt Mound. Maybe. He is going to be... This should be pretty easy. If I can find it. Delver. Clear underground infestations. Excavate a province. I mean, he's going to be doing a lot of that. The other option is to make him a... explorer. Explore wonders and ancient wonders. Obviously, you do a lot of that, but I don't know. Delver seems kind of obvious here. And we don't really have any new personalities, but we'll probably make him an isolationist. Who believes in a strong defensive force. Solitary isolationist is definitely the way this guy goes. The Forge? Actually, you know what? The Forge is pretty good. I like that. I like that very much. Thank you. We're going to drink and fight and drink and fight and drink and fight and fight some more. Artisan is a crafter. Oh, yeah, that's true. There's the collector, fully equipped with tier 2 items. You also get equipment mastery. Gain 1 HP per item tier equipped. Really? I guess they took out Artisan. Let's go Delver. I think Delver is right. So, oh, Artisan is the AI personality. Oh, Artisan Merchant. Who values both matter and mind. Oh, yeah, that could also be good. You know what? Yeah, you're right. And when you're right, I'll give it to you. Gotta give it to you. Stout, hardy, and stubborn beings who are used to living the most rugged regions of the world. They can thrive underground as well as anyone else could above ground. They prefer to fight using magic. Their natural resilience makes them less likely to be affected by magic. They hold honor and valor in high regard and fight to uphold their laws whenever they go. Beneath the earth they can be found, prospering and digging deeper still. They are inspired by unique constructions and the ancient wonders of old. Let's go. Get some good screenshots in there. I forgot to find the lighting button. There's meant to be a lighting button in the character creation screen now that lets you see what your guy looks like under different lighting conditions, but I got too excited. I'm really excited today. Can you tell? I'm absolutely stoked. Here we go. Cassius Clay was Ellie's slave name, maybe a different first name? I mean, it's a great first name. Cassius is an incredible first name. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain. Prepare to face your rivals and become the master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders 4. Our dwarf feudal monarchy, our subterranean society with wonder architects. We're picking up Summon Copper Golem and Call Militia. Summons 2 militia at the target owned city. Cool. And we are in the bottom left corner of a massive map. Could you ask for a better starting position? It is a lightless realm. The nights are dark and full of terror. Vision range is reduced on all units. We got a small army and a banner right here. We've got a defender and an archer, a 200-point army, which is pretty small. Let's have this guy pick up that cartography map and get access to the flowing fields over to our east. I am not certain we connect to the rest of the map. Maybe we can dig our way out. Gust Keep is nearby. Knowledge per quarry in the domain. That's great for us. Let's start our first research. We didn't get golems, which is a little bit disappointing. I think let's grab spell-tempered shields off the hop. And then I'm just going to have you come down here and dig. That's a 240. We're a 230. So we can probably fight these guys. I love the store tower to start us off. The store tower, the storehouse. And then I guess probably an extra archer. Seeing as we are a defender. And let's get into our first fight. It's been a while. Can you tell I'm nervous? You start with golems unlocked, so you're fine? I mean, we start with the book, but we don't have bronze golems right away. All right, we got chargers that can come in here quite a bit. Look at that big boy. What do we have here? Swiping melee strike and hurl boulder. Range of 6. Damn, dude. Let's just get right in there. Keep it safe. Yeah, they're gonna force me to charge in. Swipe at enemy targets in a 1 hex cone. You're just shoot bow and you're just like defend, so. Move you in there to get the shield wall. This is the worst part about this, is that these guys are flyboys. So they can totally just ignore me and kill that archer. Which I suspect is exactly what they're going to do. Ooh! A Litharine Needler. These guys are new. Just a big hunk of rock with a couple of spiky bits. Damn, that's so much damage. Oh my god. Smack. 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 Get the kill on them. And then I'm going to say probably pinning down this archer is going to be the way to go for these guys. Our dudes are getting defending the monarchy. This unit is fighting in their domain alongside their ruler, giving it +1 defense, resistance, 10% damage, and 10 morale. Reminds me of the Hulk and Loki. So I'm hoping to get a bunch of these little crystal guys because I think they're really cool. We have to find one of the new things if we want to get them, though. How much does that rock do? Awful lot of damage. I cast rock. No problem. Risky battle. We pick up a banner, so we get a chunk of extra experience here. Some more Litharine guys here. These guys have Crystal Blast. Crystal Reflection. Non-melee attacks are reflected back at the attacker. And they also link to units to give it damage reduction. So let's just sit back in here, give ourselves a little heal. Pick up our first level. I have no idea what the Giant King tech tree is here. Disenchanting gets binding fragments and essences. Rune Power Rock infuses the power of rune into the item forge. Applies to weapons. Applies to armor, trinkets, and wands. Maximum infusion points in the item forge by 1. Oh. Okay. Conjure animated sword. Impactful animated weapons. A big nice get bomb here from Marinara. Thank you so much, my dude. Dropping in the bomb to Gordy, Anonymous, Bjarnjarborn, Phelan, and Thorn. Welcome to the agency, folks. Casting rock is super effective. Conjure animated shield. An animated hammer. Oh man, these are cool. I kind of want to upgrade just throw boulder. A couple more of these to go. Boulder deals damage in a 1 hex radius, but has a higher cooldown. Or sunders. Chance of inflicting stun, doing extra damage. Massive boulder in a 2 hex radius. Oh man. All right, well, I'm gonna upgrade the boulder. I want the big boulder. Throwing rocks just seems too fun of a spell. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna heal. Oh, you're right. I do have summon Copper Golem. I'm a dummy. We also have the Rock Rune Steel. So we just got to be patient. Throw boulder greater than throw bigger boulder. Yeah, you know, there's variations. You need a forester. This can literally only have a forester, so I feel like that's a no-brainer. I got a gold vein down here, along with a big storm giant. Oh, they updated all the visuals on all the giants, and they look so much cooler now. You can grab some knowledge, and that looks like maybe production over here, or food. Production stash. Oh, these guys could still afford to heal a little bit. I got a question. This is my territory, so why don't I just do this? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to heal. I'm going to dig out another chunk of this in the meantime. We got that storehouse coming along. We got the archer coming along. Let's put my whispering stone in the city, the thing I never do. And let's also take a moment to address the fact that I haven't even looked at the cool new UI elements. With every new expansion, this is one thing I love that they do. They update the UI so that it fits the theme. So Primal Fury got a wooden one. Eldritch has a weird, you know, tentacles and eyeballs. Giant King's got the giant statue down here. I love how menacing and like crazy our guy looks. Just like, I'm all teeth, baby. Can I quickly explain the setup? Yes, we are underground crafters. We are trying to make a giant dungeon underground. Fill it with golems. Fill it with lots of good stuff. And then take over the underground. That's the long and the short of it. What do you got? 1 fury and a bunch of caustic worms. You got a stone spirit and a bunch of Lytheran cores. It don't seem that bad. But don't seem that nice either. My library is boosted. Not really what I would go for right away. Why don't I just grab some pops? Slop down a farm. I'd really like to slop down stuff up here. But I'm trying to think about, like, where do we have stuff that nothing else can get built? And we'll go with the militia barracks right away. The Royal Smith in here as well. That looks pretty nice. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to boost that archer. Grab us a defender. Then I'm going to do that. Golems, treasure, and our giant. We want a rock, so we have big rock to toss. So obviously they're going to core link to this guy. I got to remember that this guy can just immobilizing phase. Can't be in there too quick. Crack open them hype chests to the chat. So ridiculous. Yeet. Look, I can yeet them already. Dude, I love throw boulder. Here I was thinking like maybe rock giants were kind of lame. No, they get to chuck big rocks. All right, so unfortunately, this guy is sucking up 20% of the damage. No, all of the damage with a 20% reduction. Yarf. And he heals every turn. Graze? You're gonna graze me on a 90%? You're gonna do me like that? I really let myself get immobilized here. All right, laddies, we gotta do something about these dweebs. Crystal reflection. Bit of a flank there. We might be able to kill him with this. Okay. At least we're starting to tap some damage onto him now. Ooh. Is that the volatile charge? On expiration, this unit and adjacent friendly units sustain 8 physical damage and 8 lightning damage. Good grief. I don't actually know like what my better option is here. I try to kill this guy, but I think I'm gonna get killed in the process. crystals are way worse than I thought they were. I'm in big troubles. Rock. Thankfully, the trusty rock does crazy damage, especially if I flank with it. Okay, okay. If I come in here and hit him, that'll kill his little homie. You're going to take a volatile charge. 8 and 8. I'm just going to shield wall because I think that's all I can do. That's okay. That's okay. These dwarves, they weren't golems. We didn't need them. We don't need these dwarves. We're a mighty giant. The dwarves are weaklings. We'll bring in some militia. Volatile charge be hurting. Stone Spirit's just countering the physical damage. Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty hard start. It does look like, based on all the NPCs, super growth. Trying to figure out like what the world effect is. Could just be big guys. Awakened Tools, Wayfinder, or Call to Glory. I guess we'll take Awakened Tools. We found triple mana nodes up here. What is this insane location? There are 2 mana nodes in this province? Okay. Yeah. I'll take that mana. Jiggy jiggy hole. We have a new Empire development skill for outposts. Not really coming in anytime soon, I don't think. You're just going to keep digging. You're just going to keep digging. You're going to fail to cast my spell because I left-clicked instead of right-clicking like a fool. Now we have some tier 1 militia. We've encountered a double gold vein up here. 200 points. Not very tough. 2 farms for stonemason. I want to probably start doing things like picking up this gold. Or at least working my way up here. Maybe an early research post would be kind of nice. That also allows me to absorb the guts keep, which I definitely should have done earlier. That gives me 20 draft. That's going to literally cut my time in half here on growth. I don't know if we need these outposts, but we'll pick up a lesser magma spirit. And I guess we better head to the surface. An umbral nest directly on top of us. Why? I don't want that at all. I don't want that one bit. That's not good. Is that just going to umbral its way down here? Back into the underground. Yeah, that's sort of how I feel. At least we got ourselves a little battle mage in this guy. All right, let's attract some population then. We could go for that double gold. I'm just thinking like these golds are cleared out. So let's just grab a mine for right now. I do need to build a quarry somewhere, but... oh, baby steps, I suppose. The darkness brings me gifts. Do I play feudal monarchy or aristocracy? We are playing on a monarchy build. Because I just didn't think it... As the Giant King, it felt like monarchy made more sense to me. I didn't feel like we were repping an aristocratic government here. 288, 288. Okay, these guys. 310. Grab that militia. Bring him up here as well. Secret spiders. I should have known. Spiders got a big buff in this patch. Last time I fought them, they kicked the tar out of me. They're hunter spiders as well, so they have jump. That being said, we're pretty much an all melee group right now. Rock versus spider. That's the fight, isn't it? All right, let's just do it. Gotta learn somehow. Cassius ain't sharing power. Not with nobody. So the spiders are going to jump wherever. I just want to make sure that we're not in range of the caustic worms. Got militia on the edge here. Defending the monarchy. Or big-headed dwarves. Hop. Blip. Hop. Blip. Oh, he actually hopped out of range. That's interesting. Oh, these guys are all going to get like maximum charge distance on me now too. Not sure that's ever going to get old. Sadly, Mr. Magma Spirit, you can't really do much. Nor can I rotate you. But I guess you're all just going on defensive mode, so... Don't want to let me have a Magma Spirit. I get it. I wouldn't want me to have one either. You go there. You go there. Get you on top of him. You can't move even though that's opened? Oh, you're immobilized from the attack. 30% chance of immobilizing. That feels like that's new on spiders. Oh, you're dead for sure then. You can't reach me. You can. You can't really get a good angle. If he goes there, he's hit. So let's bring you here. We'll just flank these guys for now. Magma Spirit goes down. C'est la vie. He's really more of a lava giant kind of thing. Those guys go for the flanking tank. You try to pin those guys a bit. You got a tasty flank there. I can't really give up. You got a kill on him. And you got some solid damage to put in there. Yeah, let's just get rid of that guy. It's going to open up my flank to that archer, which he might take advantage of, but he might also just go for an easier kill or just stack the damage on me. Whatever, I'm a giant. I can take it. Militia's down. They don't matter. Pathetic militia. You do not matter. Let's rock those guys. Then I sit my copper golems on the archers. Who get to finish him off? It's a big mud man. He's a big muddy boy. An arc fire bow, shoot bow, taunt. I would disenchant that. That sounds like a garbage bow to me. And I'm just going to step back into my own territory for the guys who have movement left so we can heal. We got archers coming up. I picked up a bunch of production from stepping on that, so we can go straight for the town hall 2. And we'll get it like pretty quick. Oh, my voice. That's better. Delicious water. We are in need of a quarry. And this is a double quarry zone. So let's grab that. Definitely somebody's hiding there. Oh, check out these guys. Litherine gem casters. Very cool. The new crystal units look great. Taunt is deceptively good on a bow. If the target's already engaged, it ruins them. Gotta have the extra range on your character, though. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it would let you kite really nicely. Do we call in more militia? I have an archer coming in. Yeah, I think I do. Big boy leveled up. Yeah. Yeah, let's give him the big boulder. My scouts up here just like, what is going on? What is this world? Oh, man, not being able to connect our cities is a bit of a bummer. I really thought we'd have... Like, unless I could dig through that, but this looks like it's all bedrock. So I think we're in a situation where we want to clear out this area and then probably make our way up. I do see a copper golem is ready here, but I'm wondering whether or not I should go for spell tempered shields. Nah. Probably gonna need to fill in all these dead militia. $300, $200. Okay, these guys aren't too bad. Scrap hermits. What's the auto give me? I'll take that deal. I will take that deal. That is Militia's job. The free city of Denvilton. Honored to meet Smith Warden of the Mudmen here. Please respect our territory. All right, so this is our proper vassal state. So let's grab the Whispering Stone out of here and pop it into this guy. I don't know what these dwarves are doing on the surface. Yuck. Masters of Calamity. It looks like they're going to pin me in, though, if they haven't already. I want to get to that tower so we can see what the heck's going on. The fact that we have lightless on this map is really tough. The rock now has a 2 hex AoE. Yeah, it is a big rock. A big, big, big rock. During diplomatic negotiations, the Duchess of Denvalton invites you to the game of high-stakes Wizards and Kings. I could beat her and just get a bunch of money. I could lose money, but get a bunch of allegiance. Or I could humiliate her, receive gold and Imperium. I think getting this pact of cooperation is going to be kind of important. Continents. Several large contested land masses. Copper Golem. Awakened tools. For 2 turns, all friendly units gain the benefit of For the Monarch as though the Monarch were present. Now, let's go Sundering Blades. We've upgraded this, so I kind of feel like I need the Shrine right now more than anything else. But we've unlocked Bannerman and Aspirant Knights. I definitely want to grab a Bannerman. Bannerman. And at TBH, we have more units than we need. It's great, because probably one of them is going to die in this battle. Maybe not. Enchanted Shield, we'll take that. $375. All right, we'll heal up and take those guys next turn. Monarch's Decree helpful for secondary armies. Yeah. Throw the militia into the flames. I mean, they're just an extra troop to have. An animated sword sort of sounds nice. 20% damage on retaliation attacks and opportunity attacks. Here's the thing. I have this big hammer. So if I do a retaliation attack, is it going to hit all 3 people? I imagine it does. Signature skills. This is something I am completely blind on. I have not seen any of these. Reflects 20% of the damage sustained by melee attacks. Increase unit upkeep by 10 mana. Oh, wow. 15% critical hit. 15% damage on attacks. 20 extra HP. 1 defense, 1 resistance. Dispel 1 negative status effect. Base attacks have a 60% chance of removing a positive status effect. At the start of each turn, gain defense and resistance until the start of your next turn. I mean, Purging Strikes would be really cool. Right now, we're Materium with a little bit of order. Faithful Remorse. I mean, this doesn't matter. I guess we're taking damage strikes. I guess we're big giants, so... I know I'm a defender, but I think I am a defender who does damage. I think I'm more of a warrior than a defender. Still as Stone is also really good. Yeah, we may pick that up after. We'll spend the turn to heal here. There's no rush on this. That is, in fact, a trespass. This umbral nest is spread over my cave. Not good. We'll cast Spell Tempered Shields. On the bright side, we have lots of good guys to sort of work our way through here for free XP. You've built a shrine, which is great. That offsets the 10 mana we just got from leveling up. I guess let's grab a vendor next for the money. Everything else is cheaper. I'd lose a bit of production if I took him off, so I don't think I want to do that. Let's do that. Don't really want to lose a copper golem. Militia I don't care about, but the golems I do. Offensive defender, always good. Get in their face, bonk them, and retaliate. So, like, for example, if I move in a little bit, I can get a pretty nasty bonk with this big rock. Right? It also slows them all, which is really nice. I want to say, like, let's put you here, these guys here, these guys here. These hunter spiders are obviously going to jump right over me. Flap, flap. Come to me. Do these guys not have web? What's going on? I don't understand why you wouldn't web there. You'd get so much damage. I mean, I could go out and shut down that guy, but I might as well just stay in this choke point. Oh! Forgot about you. I believe that's what we call a whoopsie. I love hitting one guy who's a level 1 unit so that I don't have to take the retaliation attack from the level 3 charge unit. Giant is big. A horse mount? I'll hold it for now. $477. Cursed ogres. You guys have large target? Yeah. Dark warriors with super growth. So it must be like nature, a feral world or something like that, where everybody has super growth. We'll heal up here before we move any further. This is rather unfortunate. I have to go... Oh, I'm pinned. I'm pinned. I'm on a tiny little peninsula with an umbral nest, and these guys have pinned me in. It's all water territory. Oh, man. Oh, this is just like the Golem campaign. Except instead of pinned by dragons, I'm pinned by umbral demons. How does this keep happening to me? That does not look like you ran away. That looks like you died. Aren't scouts meant to run away in combat? SpaghettiOs. Big O SpaghettiOs. My SpaghettiOs are uh-ohing all over the place. You get bonuses for adjacent farm. I could build you down here and farm out a bunch. That has to be forest. This is my only forest is the problem. You count as a quarry? What do you count as? Counts as a research post. We get bonuses per quarry, though. Mana per adjacent quarry as well. There's a quarry there. If I quarried that... That guy's a mine. We could change him to a quarry. You're a research post. I probably want to keep you as is. Shoop, 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 shoop. I mean, I could build him there and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be 5 quarries. That's pretty strong. Here I have double cleared mana nodes right now, though, and I also have a ton of research posts. So let's just probably pop in another research post. Gotta get that tech up. Spell-tempered shields. These big-headed dwarves are so funny. They did die. They attempt to. Running away isn't 100%. Yeah. Guy is a bit too big to adjust the camera. Down here, you mean? He's a big lad. Stacks die if they rout. They made a change with the with scouts in particular, because scouts are normally in combat. They just try to get them to run away. But yeah, I don't know. It's possible with the Umbral Abyss that they just absolutely gutted him before he had a chance to flee. I'm thinking about this like rune steel. It's mountains on the surface or stalagmites if in the underground. Do you think I could rune steel this so that the Umbral Abyss couldn't grow into it? Probably not. I guess in theory I can make quarries anywhere I want, because I could just make a ton of these guys. I'm gonna cast Awaken Tools and then another Copper Golem. You're a 482 and I'm a 441. Let's go for the baby army first. Bye by me. Mask of Hyper Awareness. Can you wear that? Yes, you can. Immune to flanking. It did take us a lot of damage there. And I probably didn't need to be tanking. Let's go for the library. Honestly, rushing knowledge early for what I want to do is not the worst idea. It gives us a bit of an ability to unlock the good items, the good stuff that we need. 482. Well, you need a Copper Golem for sure. And then you're making a Banner Man. You guys just got to heal right now. I wouldn't mind an Aspirant Knight as well. Damn, dudes. All right. Arcane Institute it is. What do we need to start boosting this stuff? I need more farms. My stability here sucks, but I'm gonna boost it anyway with Awakened Tools. 20 production, 20 draft. And we get access to a new hero. Poll for the type of giant? No, I just had this idea. I had this idea and I wanted to do it. That's all it was. She's a prospector, a scholarly governor, and a death knight. This guy's a nautical governor and a shepherd, a fortifying governor, and a challenger, also a death knight. I don't really feel like death knight is correct for these guys. An agricultural delver? Maybe. Maybe. He's a ritualist. Victor the philosopher. And Frida the duelist. Scholarly challenger. I got the money that, like, part of me is inclined to go with these higher level guys. But I think maybe we'll just go with the ritualist. Delver's good. Yeah, our main guy is a Delver, which means we're sort of fighting for who gets the underground infestations and who gets to excavate. But, you know, if we're underground, we should have lots to excavate. Nautical governor could be good for the above ground city. You actually raise a good point there. Because I'm probably going to have to absorb that city. Provinces in this domain take longer to pillage. Coast gives 5 food, 3 gold. It's another defender, but it's an actual defender. You know what? Yeah, I'd rather the level 3 guy. You make a really good argument that we do have that above ground place, which is going to take penalties for, you know, not being underground. I like that he's got this molten shoulder piece. Honestly, pretty good look to him. We can give him the enchanted shield, which I also kind of forgot that we picked up. And we could give him a horse, but obviously I'm not going to do that. We have cave bears. We have giant badgers. He will need an army, but that will come in due time. You know what would be cool, actually? If you could scout over here and see, is there anything more that we can crack open? Horse Tamer's not an accurate last name. You're right. I'll take a name. Duchess Lucia Horse Tamer solemnly greets you. She invites you to join the ceremonial hunt of the Pyreborn Razorback. Ooh, are these guys new? No. Do they look different? Did they change the face on the Razorbacks? They totally updated this model. They're way more like stout now when they have all these whiskers. They actually look like moles. They had much more long faces before. Gore-Tusk piglets have searing blade for some reason. Dig. We don't have to go above ground. We can escape. We can escape through the tunnel. The tunnel. The tunnel for the filthy hobbitses. That's big. Thank you for the free XP, right? I mean, we could just have that vassal up top and leave him as a vassal. Oh my god. We got a way out. Okay, let's give this guy the militia. You're going to take the bannerman. I'm going to let you heal for one more turn, but just because I want this guy to also get the XP from this fight. Homies, we got to track some population. So that's a forester. Those could be 3 farms. I could do all the farms over there. But I feel like I don't want a lot of farms, and what I do want is a lot of quarries. I can't build quarries down here unless I rune steal it. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll put the farmstead down. There. And it'll help. We got an extra copper golem. I think I'm okay with that. You've unlocked mines, grant +5 mana. Oh my god, I forgot all about that. You're a mine. You're a mine. You're going to be mine. We're going to have so many mines. Free City has opened its borders and is willing to cooperate, giving us potentially haste berries. More mana for gold. I don't think we need any of that right now. We get access to Butcher Ogres and Brewer Ogres for having the Gust Keep. Sure. I'll take a Butcher Ogre. You got an Aspirant Knight coming in.
Yeah.
I need 1 more Copper Golem. I also need Sundering Blades. I probably need that first, though. Part of the underground info they posted the other day is that the underground is a lot more connected. There might be 1 to 2 spots where they aren't connected, but for the most part, it all connects underground. Yeah, so that's what I was under the impression of. I just didn't discover this tiny little tunnel. Oh, Toll of Seasons is also on. We have multiple happenings. Good to know. He says, hating Toll of Seasons. All right, you guys go squish. Hooray! You outmatch us, Lucia Horstamer declares. You gain an aspirant knight with formidable hunter. Interesting. 62 Imperium. 198 gold. Or 4 turns of population. Hi, Mona. Hello. I like this aspirant knight with formidable hunter. Because I don't know any other way to get this. Range attack damage? Is it range attack damage? Oh, no, you're right. Oh, yeah, never mind. That's a big waste then. Was dang phase always such a nuisance? I think I'll probably take the population then if this is the case. Crazy option to make the map. You can put infinite things on, apparently. Not infinite, but they gave like an extra 4 slots. And we turned them all on, didn't we, Mona? You're my giant king. You're my giant queen. Want to say hi, everybody? It's a little Mona time. Little Mona break. Do you like Age of Wonders, Mona? Oh, man, you are chill. You are chilling today. You are chilling like a villain. What? There's no fight in you right now. There's just naps. Just naps and snuggles. Okay, you're a good girl. Fun story about Mona. One day this weekend at 5 a.m. in the morning, she decided to jump into bed on top of my partner's face and then on top of my neck. So we both woke up at 5 in the morning with basically a cat attacking us, which she's never done before. But she was running around doing parkour. She woke me up like a second before because she had jumped into bed, but was like, I'm not getting any pets. So she jumped out of the bed, then jumped back in the bed, and jumped literally on top of our faces. She was in trouble for a little bit. But not anymore. What are we doing here? We need quarries for that mana. We're unstable, but not terribly. A tavern is valuable. And we're sitting on like good money. I think I'm going to actually grab the stonemason. I'm going to grab this extra pop, which I think I'll take up here for the double gold vein that we're about to clear. Yeah, because look, then this is a low risk battle as well. That is not low risk. You killed my bannerman and my archer. I just made that bannerman. I haven't even had a chance to use him yet. And what does he do now? They changed the way these guys work. All friendly adjacent units get +1 defense, +1 resistance. This does not stack. Soothing standard. 25 temp HP and 10 morale. And banner smite with sunder defense. I gotta be careful of this Dark Knight because he is a mean bean machine. He'll also be slowed if I hit him with this rock, though. I'm sorry, all these guys have... Oh, man, super growth is +1 retaliation. I forgot. I forgot about that. Right, and we also have Samish here now. Oh my god, and we have our Aspirant Knights. Oh, they look so funny. Isolation Slayer. This unit deals 6 physical damage if another enemy... Oh, -6 if another enemy is adjacent to the target. Interesting. Okay. So I really need him to focus on merkin dudes who are already out of position. Such as that skirmisher. Let's just get you lads up here. My only problem with this rock is that I can't throw it every turn. 3 turns. Yuck. Well, you can't move up, but you sure can. Do you evolve? No. This doesn't trigger a retaliation? That doesn't seem correct. No, it does. I knew that couldn't be correct. I'm lining everybody up here, so they're all going to get blasted with that big dark attack. So let's make sure that these guys are a little bit more spaced. Send these guys up here. Little graphic. The shadows on these are not like rendering quite the same way as everything else. I'll put my banner guy up here to help these dudes out. Give him a smack. And then I'm just going to plug the gaps. Fill it all up. Charge and displace. The worst is that, like, I know he has that ability. And still. And still I failed to prepare for it. It's got the old accursed body. So we get a big swing here. I'm going to take a bunch of damage from it. So I'm wondering, maybe what I'll do is have these guys attack. I could actually move you up after someone. Oh, this guy is solo. So let's give him the flank. I'm going to move over here with you and use Soothing Standard. That way I can do this. What was that? 33 damage hit? Well, you're going down for sure. Like things I did not expect for $10, Bob. Oh, there's no saving that. The king is dead. Long live the king. I think you should probably go for him. So that everybody else can just wail on these dweebs. Time to avenge the king while he takes a dirt nap. I mean, honestly, he's not like the worst person to go down. I do lose a couple of turns of research, which is brutal at this phase, but... I mean, that's slightly better for you. What does my other guy, what does my king have? Oh, I guess I can't even look. Oh, wait a minute. So we have those guys down there at 450. Why don't we send some people down? I need to get a scout going. And I'm actually going to boost them. I'd like another banner man. I want this scout going up here. Now I wonder, like, is this going to stack together and then unlock something? Am I going to get all that, or is it just 3-4 turns of absolute lost? I feel like I know the answer is just it's absolutely lost, but man can dream. All right, and then we have a little cavern. Well, the king has hyper awareness mask. You're right. You're right. We'll give him that then. Yeah, honestly, the timing of this is not really a big deal.
You have discovered a landmark.
A landmark.
Landmarks are region-sized locations that provide economic effects to all provinces adjacent to them.
Cool. Provinces adjacent to this landmark get 10 draft. If souls are obtainable, they grant +2 souls. The undying battlefield. Every turn, each corpse is resurrected as a random skeleton with berserk. Skeletons themselves are not resurrected, are non-vital, and die at the end of combat. A city with 3 provinces adjacent to this landmark, tier 1 units have their recruitment cost reduced by 25% and unlocks recruitment of tier 1 skeletons if souls are up. Oh! Unlocks recruitment of tier 1 skeleton units? You can't even get that as a necromancer. Do you feel it? Forbidden magic lingers on this battlefield, not of creation, but of unlife. My kin tell me the story of a traitor king. The giant kings of old Meridia who broke allegiance to the Titans. None who fought here shall ever know peace, and so the souls of the fallen remain among their bones, forever fighting, forever dying. Oh man, do I want to become a necromancer now? This looks dope. That looks dope as hell. Overgrown realm, that's what we have. Beautiful. Time to do a little digging. Little diggy hole. Can't wait to dig into that bad boy. All right, let's get a tavern. Don't need that. Could use that. Well, so obviously, this is where my next city is going. That's a wonder. That's a golden wonder, a ziggurat. You've neglected your population, and now they are rioting in the streets. The sounds of shouting and breaking glass echo through the city. Merchants hide in their shops and are looted by the raging mobs. A large group of citizens advance to confront you. You and your so-called lords and ladies sit there in luxury while we toil in the mud. Well, yeah, you're called Mudborn. You've denied us every chance of comfort. No more. I guess we're executing everybody. Seems to be the only natural option here. You know, sometimes you just got to do a good old-fashioned execution. A big friendly storm giant. As your troops move in to engage the storm giant, it surprises them by sitting down. Though seated, the primal being still towers above your army, casting a long shadow that engulfs much of its surrounding. Once, it used its tremendous power to form the mountains and seas. Now, it raises its arms in the timeless sign of surrender. Then it simply waits, its arms scraping the sky like two eerie pinnacles. I'm a rock giant. He's a storm giant. I wish I could recruit him. He's tier 4. He's going to do a lot of damage if we fight. I don't know that I want to be evil. Though I do have this giant undead battlefield next to us. Imperium is Imperium, right? Like that's, yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I am going to go Imperium is Imperium. You get 120 gold for clearing out this node as well. Okay, and we have 2 full armies. Juicy. Do some digging up here in the Cursed Fields. So you have an archer, but the archers get aspirant longbow. You have a militia, a copper golem, some other weird choices. I should probably replace that defender with a knight. Oh, good. The Umbral Nest has decided enough is enough, and they are going to start attacking me. It's about time. It's about time that happened. Aren't giants of different elementals canonically racist to each other? I mean, I kind of feel like that's the case. Yeah, they're always at war. I don't know if that's the case in Age of Wonders, but it does tend to be the vibe. Wow, we're doing fine on gold. Let's go straight for the bathhouse. Pick up purging arrows. Man, I'm debating everything now. Being able to get access to skeletons changes my entire build. It'd be so different from what I'm planning to do, though. So my idea was just that, like, we would build a bunch of golems, and particularly the dungeoneering golems that we're going to get at next tier. But the other half of me is like, okay, well, the dwarves aren't really dwarves if they're dead, if they're skeletons. Clean it up now. The storm giant was friendly. Bro was chill and surrendered immediately. Only fair. We spare him for Imperium. I know. I know. Tome of Rock is my other plan here. Sitting weapons, physical damage and bleeding. It's an overgrowth realm, so physical damage and bleeding is good on everybody. Adds a stone skin. This would also get me stone spirits. And gargoyles. I think gargoyles also count as elementals. Stick to the plan. Yeah, I know. I think you're right. I think you're right. We also get the central quarry building here.
Earth, rock,
wind,
the very
fire.
foundation of the world beneath our feet. Embrace it. Harness it. Use its solidity for both.
Yeah, how do you not take that first? A silent tomb. I don't know, man. Creffin. How can you be so evil? How can you sleep while those before you cower in fear? I might not have a chance of defeating you, but I have a responsibility to all the people on this realm to stand up to you. These dweebs are gonna die. Followers of alchemy. Kish Yob. The ensorceling lizards of Crefin. Congratulations, you are my first expansion. All right, well, the first thing we got to do is probably deal with these dweebs coming in from the roof. These umbral jerkwads. Keep your eyes straight with Takanawas. Oh, look at this, 451. That's not a bad army at all. They did say in the patch notes that they toned down world armies, and clearly that is the case. Because normally this would have been like a 1,200 point army. What do you have? Warlocks, Will Thieves, Spirit Hawks, and a Pursuer. Well, if I go here, and then I do that. Oh, is this an underground variation of this map? I love this map. This is my favorite battle map. It's a fine battle map. You guys could go probably kind of hard here. Sure. Lousy witches. The militia move in here and take the first hits. I think let's stay in formation a little bit if I can. That guy's got a spirit weakness, so we'll just plug him. Make sure that he can't really like get to anybody. Move him in there to deal with that. You guys move up. Brewer Ogre moves up. My knight gets a little bit of zippy zaps. Okay. And now we do this with the giant. That's really satisfying. You can move up there. You can move up here. You can move up there. And you can do that. This map looks new-ish. I mean, it's I think it might just be a mountain underground version of that old map. Because that map design, that like single pathway with a high ground on it, that one's been around for a while. What do you have? Sentinel and Leaden Blows. I didn't reset your skills, did I? No. I want this guy to be a shield bearer, I think. He's got that fancy shield. We'll make him an offensive vanguard. I feel like I should probably give him taunt, but I'm just going to work towards stunning bash. He can take initiative of Materium. And we'll also give him still as stone. So y'all can just heal up here for a sec. When we sort out what the heck we're doing about these dweebs. Got a copper golem ready. These guys are making their way up to elite. Get them to bronze eventually. And I mean, technically, yeah, we do have the longbows, so purging arrows are good. I really should have more archers, seeing as we are a monarch. And I'm going to want to unlock a bunch of those guys. You can build roads. That would be smart. I'm actually going to unlock that, because if we have to go out here, I need to build roads to get up to this guy's base. So having access to that will help. Okay. Grab those XP skills as well. Yeah, I'm thinking about those. Longbows look super good. I mean, I imagine they must do some serious damage. Oh! I excavated a derelict workshop on top of this guy. See ya never, dweeb. Good luck with that. Roads. Roads. Militia. Ooh, another aspirate knight. Who's going to replace that defender? Yeah, I guess technically that butcher ogre should be gone, and we should put in an archer. So let's do that. I'm going to boost this bathhouse so that archer gets the XP boost. Well, we'll work on the market next. And honestly, we might as well keep growing. I'll take the farm down here just to boost the farmstead and get me that gold bean. Purging arrows is ready. How about we make a rock rune steel? Just because we haven't seen what it looks like. How are the new songs? I'm not sure. I don't know that I've encountered them. If I have, I certainly haven't noticed them yet. You're approached by your hero, Samish. Does he still want to be a shepherd? Yeah, actually, shepherd's really good because I could make him have an elemental army. Stay your course. Your destiny will be fulfilled. We'll keep heading up that way. With our little army. How is that quicker than taking the road? That doesn't make any sense. That's a silver workshop. Okay. New video on the official channel a few hours ago. Tell me about it. No, I haven't seen it. TBH, I haven't really watched much of the official videos. Just because I like to keep what I can new. Oh, this is so cool. There's little ghosts here. And the silent tomb. A couple good materials in this area as well. Okay, obsidian weapons is unlocked. We'll grab stone skin. Oh, I can just build the longbowman. Oh, that's good to know. Range 7. Long shot. Oh, that slaps. Let's start working on that. While this city shares a border with the throne city or its throne city, gain 20 food, 10 gold, 10 city stability. The rune steel I can kind of put down anywhere. I was thinking about just putting it here. cool. A province within 2 provinces radius of the structure gains a mountain or stalagmites. I'll be honest, I think they all already have stalagmites. That might have been a waste of time. Oh! It looks like these guys have also dug open a hole here to the flowing fields. Which I didn't notice. We might need to race to plug that. Shop structures, faded regions, and landmarks. Okay, nice. Your hero greets you warmly. Before I joined you, I used to have a bone dragon. No, my granddad used to tell me stories about a bone dragon. My deepest desire is to witness a bone dragon with my own eyes. Good news. We found a bone dragon. It's right here. It was waiting for you. Yeah, it's taking us a long time to get around down here. Part of me wonders if I shouldn't just like build a city here. And then destroy Krefin and burn it to the ground. It's not a bad spot for a city. Something we can think about. Special improvements grant +5 gold. I'm going to get cheap outposts because at this point, it's kind of alarming that we don't have any outposts. These guys are totally on an island as well, aren't they? I think I'll just keep these guys as a vassal, and they're going to be my surface vassal. They'll allow me to know if anyone tries to break in from up above, other than that umbral nest. Which, let's make an important point here of saying cooperation. I can't tell them yet, but I'm going to tell them to attack that umbral nest. And I'll start buying these haze berries. I don't need them quite yet, but by the time I do, I'm going to forget about them. So, well, I guess you need a bannerman. My third army needs a bannerman and a knight. So we'll start putting those out. Rehaul the Wonders. So the Wonders do have a bunch of new events as part of them, is one of the things they've added. Have expect the next DLC to be like the last DLC for Planetfall, new culture, maybe invasion mechanics with the Archons. It's possible. Might makes right. House of this realm respects strength above all. They will grow more loyal to proven conquerors. Conquering free cities grants +10 allegiance with all other free cities. Vassals gain +2 allegiance when first vassalized through conquest. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'm doing some conquering then. There's no question about it, that means. Forgot to build my roads. You wanted to meet a dragon. There it is, a bone dragon. The bone dragon wanders aimlessly near the mana node while Samish continues to observe it. Some scrap hermites have a den nearby. Ooh, I love scrap hermits. They seem unbothered by the great beast. So there really are bone dragons, and now I have seen one too. Doesn't take long before the bone dragon catches his scent and turns to face him and get ready to charge. 12 non-hero units engaged in this battle gain enough XP to rank up. Hell yeah, dudes. Does it have to be my knight you kill? So much for trying not to be evil. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to do some conquering. There's unfortunately there's no two ways around it. On all attacks. Huh. All these guys are pretty spaced out right now. Can't get everybody in the way I want them to, but... I'd like to go for that Blessed Dragon. These guys are kind of just like minding the sides. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That is not what I meant to click. I don't know why I just clicked that. Well, perhaps that's why my knight died. Nobody isn't close enough. I don't really want Samish to run in and get himself killed either here, so... the militia can move in. I'm gonna do that. Probably need to focus down the dragon before everybody else. If I hit him, he's got spirit weakness, but it's going to trigger demonic rage. So I tell you what, why don't we... Oh, you have healing decayed on. Get rid of his grace. I'm going to put the brewer ogre back here in case that dragon just decides to jump around. Give me some options. You think giants enjoy roast dragon as a delicacy? Absolutely. My golems! Dragon just one-shot my poor golems. Alright, well, it's going down. It's going down right now, baby. What do you think? Butcher's cut? Wait a minute. Is Butcher's cut no longer instant kill? They nerfed Butcher Ogres. Butcher's cut used to do guaranteed chance, potential chance to instant kill. Now it's just bleed and sunder defense. They finally gave us ogres, and then they took them away. You got a 90 on him, and you got a 90 on him. Nasty hobbitses. Into the can they go. I mean, I wasn't really using Butcher Ogres that much beforehand, but... Alright, that guy was only a tier 1 golem, so he's not the worst one to have lost. A wand of microtransactions. Using 1 hex sustain damage. I mean, you have a rock. Do you really need a wand of blizzard? I guess I'll give it to you anyway. What else do you want? Summon sword? No, probably sentinel. Give him frontline fighter. What would an Eastern style giant look like? That's a great question. Are the giant heads only Western style? I mean, there's like the double-headed ogre, which I feel like is probably Eastern style. There is one that looks like it's kind of got a, almost like the basket helmet, but it's more made out of metal. I'd argue there's some Eastern styles. I can show you. We can just hop into the appearance menu in a second here. Such a majestic and magnificent creature. I wish it still roamed the lands free and unbound. If only Grandnan Horse Tamer could see me now. He cuts some hair off the creature and puts it in a locket off the bone dragon. A sharpened Blightbringer. Ooh, okay. He gets enough XP. He gains Inspiring Killer. That's actually not going to be that good for us. He learns Call of the Wild. Summons 2 random tier 2 animals on a target hex. Dude, yes. Absolutely, you're taking that. Even if it doesn't make any sense. That's too good to pass up. We're going to dig through here. This is another passage down to those guys. Let me show you those heads. So I would say like this guy is kind of an Eastern style head. Arguably. I mean, this guy, you could maybe kind of say it. He's more an evil looking head. I would argue the double-headed ogre feels kind of Eastern style. I don't know why. Cyclopses are Mediterranean, depending on your definition of Western. We have the big horned flaming helms. We have big dragon helms. Spooky face helms. Big rock mud faces. There's options. I just went for this guy because he's got a tiny little crown on his head. This guy, this is like the nature. You can see he's got like birds flying around in his thorns. There's a lot of good options, yeah, and some of them, like this head, for example, changes depending on what type of golem you are, what type of giant you are. It's kind of the only one, though. I wanted my guy because he's the monarch, and so I wanted him to have this little baby crown. I just mostly thought it looked funny. Well, I guess I need to replace that copper golem. You need more production back here. Central quarry counts as a quarry. Production per adjacent quarry. Rune carver camp counts as a quarry adjacent per quarries. So all that stuff I was going to build there. I guess I could build it here. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I guess building out this way makes the most sense. That's going to be a mine, though, probably. Options, options. You know what? I'm probably going to quarry all of that and all of that. So I could put the rune carver in one, and I could put the central quarry in the other. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, baby. Unsure if I'm going to want this extra whispering stone, but I'm going to pick it up for right now. Because once we discover these guys, I can't tell if they're going to go hostile or not. So let's pick up some more money. Trying any of the smith skills? Oh, I will be. Yep. Today is actually the first day I ever looked at the giant skill tree. I hadn't seen it like until a couple minutes ago. So what? You don't have the longbowman, right? I was gonna get rid of the butcher ogre. Give you that instead. There's just like so much stuff for me to smash. It's fine. That's fine, baby. The Flowing Fields. Also a mudman. All right. And we discovered a giant's grave. Are you kidding me, dudes? Are you sure we shouldn't go necromancers? Like, we have 2 undead giant landmarks that would grant us so many souls. It's like infinite souls. 7 locations around it. Got to call a giant character 1-1. I tell you what, I can call this dwarf 1-1. I'm happy to do that. Duke 1-1. He's been needing a name. Not sure how much time you've had with it so far. We're about 2 hours in. I like it. The changes in the ogre beta are all really good. So we played with them last week, and they were all very strong changes. So far, the giant stuff is cool. The changes to the feudal faction are cool. Sorry, I was just like, oh, I haven't seen this new city. I think this is visually updated as well, maybe. The balance feels a little better early on, and there's more cool stuff in the world, which I really appreciate. I mean, general vibe is I like it. If there's anything more specific, happy to answer. Why resist the call to power? Just didn't really feel us being so necromantic. Cosmic winds flagellate the world. Vegetation is burned or sanded down. Surface world just turning into deserts. Boy. We could probably send a scout up there. And why not? Is a bit of a question. So I think I'm going to build an outpost down here. And maybe actually a full city. The only thing is, I guess if I attack Crefin, I want to take Crefin over because of hostile houses. I think we can probably skip Lesser Stone Spirits. Enchanted Crow Companion wouldn't be bad because we have Dark Vision on this map. Lightless mode or whatever. But also being able to throw more rocks than we already have seems just like kind of foolish. Our giant needs a mammoth? That would be very fitting. What do I need here? Quarries, right? Yeah, I desperately need quarries. The Royal Smith also gets us city stability. Not really enough to kick out a stable, though. I think let's just go with the Masonic Hall. Let's stack a bunch of early production here. And then I could just build an outpost here next to Golden Gate. It's on a mana node, which means I could build a mine on it as well. Or there's like a whole lot of locations I could build mines. Iron Vein, Gold Vein. Haunted Battlefield. Haunted Battlefield. Oh yeah, Haunted Battlefield. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Seizing Crefin, expanding down could work, or you could burn it down and expand into the ruins. Yeah, I think I'm going to seize Crefin and try to burn our way down. Work through some other guys in the meantime. That banner lad needs to get up there. Those obsidian weapons are ready. So let's get those cast. Maybe we can prep another copper golem. Actually, let's not do that. I'm just realizing we're out of money right now. Out of mana right now. We have room for another guy. I don't know if I want to take him yet. Cassius Clay gets a level of renown, getting to level 2, which is fantastic. And Krevin is sending a war party to us. Excellent. So we're in a great spot. We're 25, 26 turns in. Let's cut the first video there. And hope everybody comes back on YouTube to join us tomorrow as we continue to keep looking in, or maybe just later today. It'll probably be a later today update, and we'll do multiple uploads this week. So stay tuned.